Hey everyone, today I want to show you my process of creating a font from start to finish. The Procreate canvas that I'm using is 9000 by 2500 pixels. I have provided you the guide in the description. So you can straight away download it, and once downloaded, open it in Procreate. You should see something like this. So the brush that I'm using is Monoline under calligraphy. I have made the streamline to maximum, and you also need to lower the opacity of your guide, and then on a new layer make sure that it's a new layer. It's very important that it's kept it separate from your guide, and start writing your letters the way you want it. So you can see the entire process. I'm not going to fast forward it, so that no step is missed and you get to see the entire process of font creation. Feel free to zoom in as much as required. So I felt that my letters were getting a little wobbly at the ends, so I am just making sure it doesn't happen, and I'm just zooming on the screen. So it is better that we do it this way. Just need to check other letters and it looks fine. So yeah, so just make sure that the letters ends are accurate. So once you're done with lowercase letters, let's move on to the uppercase letters. I'll be using the first four lines because the baseline of lowercase and uppercase is the same. So yeah, make sure that you follow this. And also I have kept a red line just for my own reference. So if I have to draw a crossbar or anything, it needs to end or start from there. So yeah, I hope this is clear as you see on your screen. And if anything is not clear, please drop a comment and I'll be very happy to solve it for you. So once you're done with lowercase and uppercase letters, it's important that you make this particular layer invisible and then create a new layer. And once you're done creating a new layer, start writing your numbers from 0 to 9. It will make more sense when we import it to FontSelf that why it is needed to write it in this manner. But for now, please do as you can see on your screen, to avoid confusion later on. For the purpose of this video, I am not going to show you all the punctuations. I'll just write the ones which are important and I feel should be there in the font. So yeah, as you can see, I have just chosen 8 to 10 punctuations, and I'll just be writing them. Now I'm ready with the punctuation and it's time for us to export it. So first of all, untick your guide and make sure the layer 2 is visible, and the layer 3 is invisible, which was numbers and punctuation, and then export it as PNG. You can save to your Dropbox, which I'm doing as you can see on your screen, and just rename it. Similarly, do the same thing for numbers and punctuation. Export it as a PNG, and once exported, I'll see you in the Illustrator. Once you move on to Illustrator, I just want to quickly show you the settings of my custom image trace. So these are my settings. You can just make a note of it. Yeah, this one. So once you're done with this, just ensure that you follow this way, or it depends on your letters also, like how you want it, how rough or smooth you want it, and then just hit on trace. Once the trace is done, then you can just zoom in a bit and then choose these two and just hit on expand. And once it's done, just hit Y on your keyboard and then on an empty space hit delete. So that way it will delete the white space, and then you can just ungroup it. Now it's time for us to bring in our ruler. So hit Ctrl R and then just make sure that you position the baseline correctly. So you will have to zoom in a bit and then just place it the way you want it. So I'm happy with this because we'll be importing in font self based on this baseline. So if the letters are not positioned properly, then there will be a difference between the baseline and the actual letters where they end and start. So just ensure that the baseline is properly done. So it's always a good idea to put your entire letters, numbers, and punctuation in one particular line. So this canvas is pretty big. It is around 9000 by 2500 pixels. And yeah, so just position it on the baseline. And once you are done with this, you need to group it. So for example, the dot of I and J and all this exclamation mark, question mark needs to be grouped because font self will otherwise import it separately. So these needs to be grouped. So I'll show you what I mean in just a minute. Just let me just first see whether this is actually falling on the baseline properly or not. So it looks good to me now. Now just group I dot and J with its dot, and then you can move on to the punctuation because no other letter is separate from its letter. So yeah, now you can just group in a similar manner. So once you're done with this, just go to Windows extension Font Self Maker. I'm using 3.48.4, and then just ensure that your baseline is unlocked, and once it's done, you just can directly drop it on lowercase a to z, and then similarly you can do it for the uppercase letters. Drag and drop it on a to z, and then go to the numbers and do it in a similar fashion. And finally, for the punctuation, there's no other way other than dropping it on the batch. And once it's done, then you can just quickly rename all the exclamation and all the punctuations actually. So now once you're done with this, just click on Smart Space and Kern, and we'll begin with the number 30. And if in case we feel that it's not the right spacing for our letters, we can always change it to 32 or lower it down to 28, 26, like whatever you feel is right for your font. And then go to advanced, and you can check the variation. I think I'm liking it, but still I might increase the smart spacing and kerning. So there are a lot of options, like you can check the lowercase letters, uppercase letters, and mix of lowercase and uppercase. So this is fine actually, but I think I'll increase the smart spacing a bit. So I'll increase it to 33, and let me just check how it looks like. And it looks fine, but let me just lower it to 32. And voila, I think this is the perfect spacing for my font. And now it's time to name our font, and I'm happy with this word called Animore. And then you can go to the font info and just type this word, and the rest of the details is up to you, how much you want to fill and what all you want to fill. So I just quickly want to show what all I fill usually. And your name, your website, then your brand name, then, and also I usually fill out the copyright version. And then please go ahead and save the font to your preferred location. And once the font is saved, you can just open the font and install it. And yeah, that's it. Thanks so much for watching.